Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. I'm Teresa Foxworth. I'm an RN and a breast cancer survivor. When I started the job I have now, it was my dream place of employment. When I looked at preparation for retirement, I knew I could do better. This company you're going to hear about today serves as a pension. In this company, we don't buy items. We're transferring one form of money to a more stable form of money. There are many with this company who came in years after it was established and generate more money than those who came in prior to them. With the 2025 changes are becoming better and more simple, there are no more required annual renewals. The value of the dollar in 9 countries has gone to zero. I would like to introduce to you my mentor and senior business partner, Mr. Tony Hubbard. He's a gentleman of integrity and compassion. He used to work at a chemical plant where he made at least $100,000 per year. Now with this company as a founding member, he generates more than $1 million a year. Please welcome Gold Executive Associate, Mr. Tony Hubbard.
Well, first of all, like I said, it's always a pleasure to be introduced by somebody who brings the excitement, enthusiasm, and the professionalism every single time, ladies and gentlemen. And I have no doubt, because this young lady offers a servant leader, that she'll be remembered for the next several years as one of the top leaders and earners in this company for many years to come. So look forward to your future success. And ladies and gentlemen, said some great things about me, and that feels good. It always does. But if all that you ever knew about me was what she said, it could be very, very misleading. Because like most of you guys, as you heard, 8.5 years ago, I sat and watched a presentation similar to what you guys are going to see here tonight. But it was a very critical point in my life. I needed something that would work for me. So do me a favor tonight. I like a live and interactive presentation. Put a 2 in the chat. If you've ever been at a point in your life, you just needed something that would work for you. See, I tried traditional business. I tried networking business. I needed something that would work for me. And I took a look at the business model that we're going to talk about tonight, and I got involved. The very same night I took a look at it, not because I understood everything, but because what they shared with me made a whole bunch of sense. See, I got involved because I really understood 2 concepts. Number one, it made sense to me to purchase gold and silver at the best price. It made sense to me. But it also made sense that if someone's going to get paid whenever someone else buys gold and silver, that somebody probably needed to be named me. And that's all I really grasped over 8 years ago. And from that time to now, I've introduced a few hundred people to the concept. And I am blessed now to have a team that is tens of thousands of individuals across the globe. And I don't share that tonight to impress you, but to impress upon you that if someone like myself that does not have a college degree can do this business and earn several thousand on a weekly basis, every last one of you guys here tonight will have that exact same opportunity. So let's just have a business conversation on why we believe everyone should have a part on what it is we're doing. So let me share my screen and let's talk about a wealth strategy. How do I go from my current circumstance to not only just surviving, how do I thrive no matter what's going on in our economy? Here's the thing. Sally Mary already talked about our disclosure, but here's what I want you to keep in mind throughout the presentation. Thomas Jefferson says, tell me and I'll forget. Teach me and I'll remember, but if you involve me, I'm going to learn, so let's get involved. Well, our mission, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to understand that clearly, is to put gold and silver in the hands of people around the globe, especially those who need it most. So why gold and silver? Think about it, ladies and gentlemen. If we be honest with ourselves, the purchasing power of our dollar has been on a steady decline over the last 100 plus years. There are several events that caused that, ladies and gentlemen, the biggest of which took place in 1971. But by the same token, during that same time frame, sound money has done just the opposite, and it has increased in value. So why is it that we encourage sound money? That is the major reason why it's done the opposite of the dollar. And not only that, ladies and gentlemen, when you look at the sound money, why do we want to have sound money, ladies and gentlemen? Here's the reason. Because sound money is one of the secrets of the wealthy over the last 100 plus years. And the governments and banks of the world, that's why they store and own the most. So here's the thing. Why gold and silver? Think about it. Let's look at over the last 5 years if you would have saved in cash and in gold and silver. Look at it, ladies and gentlemen. If that cash, because of inflation, it actually has lost its purchasing power. What $1,000 used to be able to buy, it now can only buy $760 today. By the same token, gold has doubled in value, and silver has also more than doubled over the last 5 years. So let's look at it from another perspective. What if I would have saved in just silver over the last 60 years? And our best example is that of the Mustang. Think about it, $2,500 in silver and $2,500 in dollar bills was worth equal in value back in 1965, and each of those would have bought a brand new Ford Mustang. Do me a favor, put a 2 in the chat if you think buying a brand new Ford Mustang for just $2,500 is a beautiful thing. Now fast forward to today, because dollar has decreased in value, but silver has multiplied its worth, that same 2,500 ounces would buy you 2 brand new Ford Mustang. What would $2,500 worth of gold would have did in the very same time frame? See, $2,500 worth of gold would be 72 ounces. That same 72 ounces a day, you could buy at least 5 brand new Ford Mustang. Now you understand why people need to save. I'm not saying to stop saving, but what happens if you save not only in cash, but also in silver and also in gold? Well, here's the thing. If someone is so smart, the next question people ask, why don't people do it? Well, here's the reason. First of all, only 11% of the population actually own physical gold and silver, although everybody I know that it's valuable. And here's the reason why. They don't know what to buy, what to do with it, who to trust, the whole 9 yards, and not sure where and how to best sell it if I ever get into a bind. Well, there's so many complicated questions out there, but I want to introduce you to a company today that has simplified the process, and they have cracked the code, and they've made gold and silver affordable to everyday people. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about an amazing company called 7K that has a membership that is changing the way people buy gold and silver all across the globe. Think about it. Now, let's talk about the membership. We have 2 different ones. Let's talk about the basic. Here's what it comes with, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, it comes with a sound money wallet. For the first time in history, now everyday people can no longer say, I can't afford it, because if you can have $1, $5, $10, you now can buy silver and gold. And that digital wallet, ladies and gentlemen, you can buy fractional silver and fractional gold for the first time in history through our Sound Money wallet. In addition to that, that Sound Money wallet is connected to our Vault Max, which is a private vault that now you have physical metal that is kept in there. And with the basic membership, we allow you to store at least $1,000 for free every single year. That is $60 worth of value. In addition to that, you'll have a buyer certification. You have a collector's training that comes along with it, and each of those, the training aspect of it, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, it's phenomenal. There have been people that said that alone is worth the price of the membership. Individuals said they'd pay $500 just for that education. So before you start making purchases, you can make intelligent buying decisions. In addition to that, this membership affords you the ability to buy some of the rarest collectible silver and gold coins on the planet all across the globe. See, 6 years ago, we are the first company in the home-based business space that not only get access to rare coins, but now we started minting our own silver and gold coins. Each and every one of the coins you see there were designed and minted for the members of our company, and we are the number 1 in the world as far as simplifying this process of buying gold and silver. So here's what happens. You now get that chance to have first dibs on some of the most valuable coins on the planet. Not only are they stunning, not only are they rare, but some of the most storied things that tell the history of our country and even across the world. You get a chance to get access to these rare coins. Do me a favor, put a 2 in the chat if you wouldn't mind having each of the coins you see on the screen as part of your personal collection. Also, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, when you're buying those coins every single month, you've got to understand the power of the collectible coins. Why do people buy not only the bullion, which is the defense, but they also want to buy the collectibles? Here's the major reason you want to be guilty of buying both. Because the silver plus the collectible art that's on it equals to a very, very winning conversation. Think about it. Let me give you a couple of examples on why people will buy the gold and silver and the collectible coins. Think about it, on why you want to play the collectible gold and silver game. So we have the Montana butterfly that originally sold for $150, now on sale today for $1,000. That's $850 worth of equity. In addition to that, the jewelry season, when it first came out, sold for $360. It's selling for a minimum $500 to as much as $1,500 today. And then last but not least, that Tiffany art sold back in 2004 for $100, and now it's selling for $2,000 to $5,000 today. Collectible coins, ladies and gentlemen, that's how you multiply your wealth when it comes to purchasing gold and silver. All right. So in addition to that, one of the major questions that people ask that, okay, if I get them, what if I get into a bind? And how do I liquidate it in a safe manner? Well, that's where the stack and sell process comes into play. We partnered up with our sister company a few years ago, and on stack and sell, just think of it as an independent auction house, which allows you to buy, verify, stack, and sell the gold and silver. It is a beautiful thing, ladies and gentlemen. So when you add up everything that comes with this deal, you also get access to instant gold pay. If you decide to share this, every new person that you shared with, you're going to earn $20 to $80 of instant gold pay, and that comes with our basic package as well. So when you look at all the value that comes along with it, I mean, the Sound Money Wallet will give you $20 worth of gold to just start out. The gold pay, the stack and sell. I mean, it's actually well over $477 worth of value, but your price is only $149 to be a part of it. Now let's talk about, it's a good option, but now let's talk about the best option, and we have what is called a legacy package. Think about it. If you want all the whistles and the buttons, that's what the legacy package is all about, because it's a lifetime membership. Now, first of all, it's going to come with every one of the benefits that came with the basic membership, but so much more. The first thing you want to notice is that the legacy membership, when it comes to the Vault Max, you now get a chance to store up to $50,000 in a private vault of gold and silver for free. That is a $250 a year savings, ladies and gentlemen, if you look at the pricing for people that keep metals in a private vault. In addition to that, on stack and sell, on the basic, you have limited to 10 coins, but on the legacy, there's unlimited access. That's a $200 a year value that's added to that package. Also, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, to me, the icing on the cake, for the first time in our company's history, if you do the Sound, you now get a chance to get paid in metal whenever the person you signed up buys that exact same metal. How does it work, ladies and gentlemen? You're now going to get paid 1%. And just show you how powerful this is. Just recently, in the last 2 weeks, right after coming from our international convention, one of our leaders, ladies and gentlemen, was so excited, and he shared this with someone at the airport. And to his surprise, the gentleman came on board right away with a legacy membership. And what he did not know, this gentleman was tired of having money in the bank without gaining any interest, and he was able to put a significant amount of cash into gold right off the bat. And this gentleman was able to gain nearly $2,000 in his wallet because of a metal bonus, and that happened in a fraction of the time. So think about it, ladies and gentlemen. And if you decide to share this, you can get rewarded, I mean, not only from the metal bonus, but also by sharing this through the compensation plan. So when you look at everything that comes with this package, I mean, the Sound Money Wallet, the Vault Max, the Instant Gold Pay, the Sound Money Matching Bonus, it's $867 worth of value. But ladies and gentlemen, your price one time is $599, and you have a lifetime subscription to what I call the Country Club version of 7K. So let's talk about it. So how do I get started? I mean, you got two options. You choose either basic or legacy. I'm a firm believer, let people get in where they fit in. And once you choose that, you now have a couple different options that you can go to. Now, 80% of the people, they just want to take advantage of it, and they have different subscriptions they want to capitalize on. So we have a very economical way for you to take advantage of everything we have to offer. The first thing and the newest option is what we call 7K Pro. For $59.95 a month, here's what you're going to receive. You'll have access to the 7K University, all types of training that will allow you to have success in this industry. You'll have access to some very rare coins on a monthly basis. In addition to that, we're going to give you 15 points, in the binary structure that we offer, and 30 loyalty points that you can turn around and get free silver and free gold. Also, ladies and gentlemen, once you do that, you now can put the Wealth Builder on autopilot. That means in our private vault, We have 1 ounce silver eagles, 1 ounce gold eagles, 100 ounce silver bars, and 1 ounce gold bars. And now you can buy fractional every single month. You can buy $50 worth of one, $100 worth of others, and you can accumulate it on a monthly basis. You can set it and forget it. See, here's the beautiful thing about it. We have 5 different times of the month, from the 1st, the 8th, 15th, 21st, and 26th. You now can start purchasing these particular metals and put it on autopilot. But let's just say, for example, you decide to buy $100 worth every single month. What can my collection look like after 1 year, after 2 years? What is the potential? Let's look at the numbers, ladies and gentlemen. Because people lie, but the numbers never do. So let's just look at, cash amount over 1 year. You got $1,200 that you put in that. 2 years, $2,400 in cash. 3 years, $3,600. Here's what, if it's in gold, ladies and gentlemen, that after 1 year, that $1,200 has grown to $1,269. After 2 years, it's $2,668. And after 3 years, look at the jump, $4,639 over the last 3 years. Well, what if I decide to do that, ladies and gentlemen? In addition to that, we have also, if you're into collecting cool collectible coins like myself and thousands of others are part of this company, ladies and gentlemen, you couldn't have picked a better company to be a part of. From $115 to $179, you get access to some of the rarest coins on the planet, and most of those coins are minted and designed by our company. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a beautiful thing. Now, let's talk about, if you decide to share this, what kind of income you can earn. Because about 20% of people that come on board, not only they want to take advantage of the benefits, they decide to share this, and they can earn part-time, full-time, and even life-changing income. Here's how it works. Now, once you decide to share this, we earn money based upon points, and keep in mind, 1 point equals to $1. Here's how it works. When you share this, here's how you get the points. Every basic membership you sign up, it's going to give you 20 points. Every legacy membership you sign up, it'll give you 150 points. The 7K Pro gives you 15 points. The Auto Saver is 15 to 20, and the Coin Drops is 5+ points, depending on the coin. These are all the ways you can earn points, in our binary structure. And here's how it works. What we're focusing on right now is called the power of 4. What happens if we help you sign up just 4 people in the first 2 weeks that you decide to come on board? Ordinarily, the points is 300 points on the left, 300 points on the right. That'll generate a $250 commission and $320 worth of gold pay. But, ladies and gentlemen, we now have a promo that extends to the end of September, that during that same time frame, the first 2 weeks, if you do that, we're going to double your commission points, so that instead of you making just $520, now you're going to earn $820. You'll earn $500 in commission and an additional $320 in gold pay. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a beautiful thing. We now have hundreds of individuals in their first 2 weeks are in profit mode, and you can be the very next one. So that being said, ladies and gentlemen, the power of 4. You got gold pay that comes along to $320. And in addition to that, the share plan allows you to earn $500. So if you're looking at becoming profitable right off the bat, we have a promo that has helped thousands of individuals earn their initial capital outlay back right off the bat, and you can be the very next one. So that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap it up by just sharing with you this. Every time we share this information, without fail, as far as coming on board and making the best choice, individuals always fall into 1 of 3 categories. And yes, ma'am, yes, sir, you're here tonight. Person number 1, say, you know what, I like what I hear, but I'm really not into the networking thing. But I would love to be able to stack gold and silver and take advantage of all the benefits that come along with it. I say, great. Get back with the person that invited you out. Let them know, hey, I'm a number 1. I want to do the 149, or I want to do the 599. And I'm ready to start stacking gold and silver and take advantage of the benefits. Person number 2, say, you know what, I like what I see, but I understand, but I need to earn some additional revenue. I say, great. Get back with the person inviting you out. Let them know, hey, you're number 2. Not only do you want to stack gold and silver, but you need to earn some part-time, maybe full-time income. And then person number 3, you're like I was. When I found out I can now earn as much as $75,000 a week with a compensation plan and a product that makes sense, this became a no-brainer to me. You see, being a student of the industry, here is what I knew to be true. There are thousands of companies out there in the network marketing space. And you know what? They all make money, but they don't all necessarily make sense. But you know what has always made sense over the years? Having 100-ounce silver bars showing up in your mailbox. So 1-ounce gold coins that you paid $1,600 for, and now it's worth nearly $5,000. They have collectible coins like this, and they have access to some of the rarest coins on the planet. That made sense to me. So do me a favor tonight, put a 2 in the chat if the information you've heard tonight just make sense. So here's what I'm going to encourage you to do tonight. Get back with the person that invited you out. Let them know, hey, I'm a number 1. I just want to be a customer and take advantage of all your benefits. Number 2, I want to be a customer and make some money. Or number 3, I want to be a customer and I want to make a whole lot of money. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And we're going to open up the floor now for Q&A. So if you're a guest on here tonight and you got maybe 1 or 2 questions before getting started, we believe in being very transparent, dotting all the I's and crossing all the T's. The floor is open, ladies. So get back with the person that invited you out. And always remember that life is not about waiting for the rain to stop. It's about learning how to dance in the rain. Everyone have a great evening. God bless and take care.
This company has an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Thank you for watching. Have a beautiful day, evening, or night. We love you. Thank you again for watching. We look forward to hearing from you soon, so you can tell us what you like best about it. Love you. Bye.